If I had to go to a very important wedding, I don't think I would want either of these guys as my date, even though this one's really hot. Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates is a comedy directed by Jake Szymanski, starring Zac Efron, Adam Devine, Anna Kendrick, and Aubrey Plaza. This movie is inspired by true events and follows these two real-life brothers, Mike and Dave, played by Zac Efron and Adam Devine, and these are the kinds of guys that are always ruining family get-togethers. For example, they'll have fireworks that just kind of explode and go off everywhere and everyone's in danger, and stuff like that. So when their sister has a wedding coming up very soon, their entire family is like, you two boys need to get your act together and bring legit nice girls as dates. Do not show up stag to this wedding. So Mike and Dave put up a Craigslist ad saying, yo, we need 2 dates for a wedding. We're going to Hawaii and it's going to be a free trip for the girls. And a lot of people see it and this ad goes viral because who wouldn't want to go to Hawaii for free with two, good looking guys? So these two girls named Alice and Tatiana, played by Anna Kendrick and Aubrey Plaza, see Mike and Dave on TV talking about their ad and they're like, yo, let's go to Hawaii by tricking these guys into thinking we're nice girls. And they successfully do that by looking more respectable and nice and tricking them into thinking they're entirely different people. However, once they get to Hawaii, a bunch of stuff goes downhill as expected. I gotta be honest, I don't think this is a very good movie. There are some funny moments and entertaining aspects, but overall I just felt this wasn't a very great movie. Definitely the best part of this movie is the 4 main characters. Zac Efron, Adam Devine, Anna Kendrick, and Aubrey Plaza all were really good in this movie. They're all very funny actors and they got the job done in that aspect. But I didn't like them as characters. We already know going into this movie that these 4 characters aren't necessarily amazing people, but they just didn't have any compelling aspects that made me really care about them. And the movie kind of tried to make some of the characters more sympathetic, and in a way that kind of worked, but for the most part I just kind of felt it was a little cheesy and I wasn't digging it really. I also felt some of the performances were a little too ridiculously over the top, particularly from Adam Devine, and some people might find that hilarious, and a lot of people in my audience were actually dying at like every joke in this movie. But I just didn't think that many jokes landed with me. And comedy is a very subjective thing, so the people in my audience are probably the kinds of people who enjoy this type of humor. However, even when I try to look at this movie objectively, I don't see it as a really great comedy. There were some funny moments that I did laugh out loud at that I thought were really funny, but overall I felt most of the jokes just weren't that great and original. And that's another thing about this movie, is that it's not groundbreaking or original in any aspect, and there are some kind of cliches and whatnot, and it's a very typical comedy where you kind of know where it's gonna go and what's gonna happen, so that makes it very predictable. But just because a movie has cliches and is predictable doesn't mean that it has to be bad. If a movie can utilize cliches to their advantage without it getting too cheesy and unoriginal, then I think that's fine. But this movie didn't really accomplish either of those things. I also wasn't really that crazy about the story, and yeah, this is a comedy, so the story doesn't have to be anything amazing, but it was just kind of weak and nothing that I cared about. And that's one of the biggest things about this movie, is that I just didn't care enough about everything going on. Another thing they would do is take some jokes way too far, where it would just get obnoxiously long and awkwardly uncomfortable, and it's like, this is the line, and they just ran past it, and it's like, alright, this would have been funny if you didn't keep dragging it on. Usually I'm the kind of person that's really nice to movies because I try to think about everything as objectively as possible, but I don't think this is a very good movie, and maybe I'm being a little too harsh on it since it is supposed to just be a comedy. It's supposed to just have a good time with it, and it seems a lot of people in my theater were enjoying it and laughing a lot. However, me and my friend both agreed this was not a great movie, so I don't know. I'm gonna give Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates a 5 out of 10, and personally, I'd kick it in the shin, but some people might really enjoy it and find it entertaining, particularly if you like raunchy, kind of stupid comedies, and if that's you, I would say rent it. Thank you guys so much for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, please let me know how you felt about it in the comments below, and tell me what you think about Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. If you loved the movie, that's totally cool. You can let me know why in the comments below, but if you also weren't a big fan of it, please let me know as well. That's it for this review. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.